Oh, let's get some of this action going for the
John,
struggles.
you okay?
Oh, shit. Oh, I got it all over you.
This guy.
Sorry. Now, how come that didn't spray all over everybody?
Because I did it responsibly. Drink responsibly, kids.
Oh, yes, please do that. Oh, by the way, this is One Foot on the Ground.
Yeah, and this is Johnny.
And this is Ashley.
And today we're watching
Witches of Eastwick.
1987.
87. Was I right?
Yeah.
Ah! I actually tried to overpower your Witches of Eastwick because I wanted you to say the date. And then I realized...
And that's what I thought. And that's why I turned away.
And then I realized I actually knew that. Starring Cher.
And Susan Sarandon.
And Michelle Pfeiffer.
And Jack Nicholson's in there.
Jackie Nicky.
Isn't he top billed? Jack Nicholson?
Was he already mentioned?
I'm pretty sure. Unless they do and
Like
Jack
above
Nicholson.
the titles? Really? Well, that would be fucking nuts. The women are the important part.
He's first billed. He's a little devil.
Yeah, he is. You know, I have to say, well,
Go
I mean,
ahead.
we'll get into it. Oh, Veronica Cartwright. I always forget she's in this, and I love her in this.
She's also in the TV
Alien.
show. Oh,
Which one? There's been like 3.
the Eastwick TV show. I
Yeah.
only read about one.
Yeah, there's like 3.
Like in 2009.
I think that's one of the ones I watched.
Yeah.
The one from maybe around 2009, I think.
Are they?
They've tried so many
spin-offs,
times, and then it just never...
prequels, continuations.
I think they're reimagining.
Okay.
Like the one from whatever you're saying, I believe it had... Oh, I thought it was in French for a second. John Williams does a score. It's pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
And if you have the
You also-
DVD of this, maybe the Blu-ray, I'm not really sure because I'm not 100%, but it has the score-only option.
Oh.
So you can watch just with the score.
I like those.
Yeah, I kind of think that's nice.
Yeah.
Now, Michelle Pfeiffer's character is exceedingly fertile, so she's got a billion frickin' kids.
6. She has 6 kids.
A billion and a half.
She has 6.
Way too many for me.
Yeah, she could just get pregnant at the drop of a hat, which I don't know. Is she religious? Is that why she doesn't use contraceptives?
No, I feel like it's mentioned that she does use or try to use it, but it doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
But then my thing would be like, then don't have sex. But then again, that's rude, because I would like to have the sex all the time. So I shouldn't say that somebody else should abstain if they want to have it.
Suppose. There's like, she could just have like non-penetrative sex.
True. Or she could get it up the booty.
That's also true. Yeah, absolutely.
Which is quite lovely. It can be nice.
Yeah.
And then we got Susan Sarandon. Oh, well, Cher, by the way, is an artist. She's a sculptor.
Yeah.
And she makes these little booby dolls.
Those never come back up, do they?
Yes, they do.
Outside of Jack Nicholson bringing it up?
I think she's known for it. Oh, but I don't think
Yeah,
anybody
but, like-
really liked them. And then he just purchased all of them, I think. But she does eventually work on a very special one.
Oh, like a voodoo doll?
Well, you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah. And so Susan Sarandon is infertile. Right?
Well, that's right.
She can't have kids.
Yeah, she can't have them.
Yeah.
And she's the, what do you call it, music instructor for the school?
Yeah, she's a music teacher.
Yeah. And she's been sexually harassed by the principal
Yeah.
already.
And,
I mean, we haven't even gotten very far in this movie. She's already been sexually harassed.
and it also seems like the principal just does that to people in general.
because he's a piece of shit.
Right, and it's also the 80s.
Oh, there's Veronica singing. Do you think she
Yeah.
did her own vocals?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Because
I love
she
Veronica.
sings a fair amount. So,
In this or in general?
In this, doesn't she? She doesn't really like... I think she did her own vocals.
You know, I have to say, I don't really, unless they do it well, I don't like it when they replace the vocals for actors in movies. Does that make sense?
There is a replacement in this movie. When we meet Jack Nicholson, his whistle is replaced by not Danny Elfman. Who's the other guy? John Williams.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Like when we first meet him at like an ice cream shop or something, whenever he whistles for the first time. All the other whistles are his. I think it was just that one when he's being like, the audience can't see what I just did, but he's like trying to be like coy. No, trying to be like
seductive.
Sort of. He wants their attention.
Oh.
When he's trying to seduce them.
Well, okay, I'll bring it up now, since, why not? Because basically, these three women, they realize they have powers. Actually, I think right here is where they figured it out. Because they kind of conjure a storm, so they can get the fuck out of there, because they don't want to sit here and listen to the sexist, disgusting principal who grabs booties talk. So they kind of create a storm, and that's where they realize that they have power. Right?
Yeah, but they also don't do anything with it. I think it's Cher that's like, oh, so we have telepathy, whoop-de-doo, like, it's not going to get us on, like, was it Letterman? Where Johnny Carson's not going to get us on, like, night TV.
Well, but they realize that
they don't really... Go ahead.
I guess they don't. Well, they don't at first, but they do. They do use it.
Well, yeah, after...
But I think it's on accident every time they do it. Like when they cause the problem with the... they get angry at each other and they have a shouting match and the ground breaks beneath their feet.
Yeah.
Is that in this movie? Is that a different witch movie? I don't know.
I was thinking like of the tennis match at first.
Well, no, but that's when Jack shows up. I'm saying like they do certain things. Well, Jack was there for when they got angry at each other.
I think this is the only time they do stuff without Jack.
Well, but
present.
they conjure Jack.
Also, just quick note about this storm scene. It's like pouring. It's storming. Everyone is fleeing, and this dude is bent on giving his speech.
He's an asshole.
He is. But, like, nobody's gonna blame you for leaving, dude. This looks like the start of a horror movie. Well, everyone's running away.
It is. Right, I guess?
I mean, yeah. You're right.
I guess, well, is this a horror movie? I don't know. It's kind of a comedy, I guess, right?
What? So Scream.
True.
Well, what else? Texas Chainsaw, didn't he say he wanted it to have humorous elements?
True. Well, and that's the thing, like, with this one, I don't know. I guess technically there is comedy in it, but I wouldn't say this is a comedy. To me, this is more like a just well-structured film. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a good, entertaining movie.
I would call it,
sci-fi, maybe?
I was gonna say supernatural drama.
There you go. Supernatural drama. Oh, I like that. Ooh, is that a new category? Look at young old Michelle. I mean, young old everybody.
Well, yeah. But, you know what I was thinking about?
Because Michelle really wasn't in a whole lot before this.
She wasn't?
No, this is 87. I think the only thing she might have done before this was Married to the Mob. Well, she was in Scarface, unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Fucking piece of shit movie.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that was...
Oh, I hate that fucking piece of shit.
Okay.
But I think that was, 84? 85? Scarface? But Married to the Mob was pretty big for her, I think. And that was at the beginning. That was like 80 something. Maybe that was after this. It was 88.
Scarface was 83.
80. Wow, was that early?
Grease 2 was in 82.
Oh, Grease 2. At least we forget. Poor old Michelle.
Oh.
So what's the deal here? What,
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah, what's the chronology? Because I kind of want to know.
Well, all right.
Because I'm assuming Scarface is one of the earliest.
I would say Scarface is one of the earliest. But yeah, there was TV movies and TV series like Chips, where she like played like a role or two. Fantasy Island, 2 episodes.
She got 2 episodes. Good for you, girl. Get that money.
Yeah. Yeah, Grease 2, and then Scarface, Into the Night, Lady Hawk.
Lady Hawk. I always forget about Lady Hawk.
Sweet
Boring
Liberty.
fucking movie.
Sweet Liberty, and then Witches of Eastwick.
And then Married to the Mob was what, 88 maybe?
It was 88.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, this is one of her super early ones.
Yep, Dangerous Liaisons was also 88.
Yes. Well, yes.
And Tequila Sunrise.
Oh, God. Yeah, she's picked some poor choices.
Yeah, and then we get into the heavy stuff. Batman Returns, 1992.
Oh, God, it's good. I mean, I love Michelle Pfeiffer. I think she's brilliant. I don't think she was used enough in films.
I would agree.
Like, I feel like she could have done a lot more. But she also had, I think she was raising family and stuff. Like, she was trying to have a personal life, too.
Oh, did she have 6 kids like her character?
No.
Oh.
She had kids.
Not 6?
I mean, at least one that I know of. But she's married to David E. Kelly.
Who's that?
He is the creator and producer of a lot of popular shows in the,
just give me one.
The 90s.
Will and Grace. Okay.
Chicago. Wait a minute. Chicago Hope? Is that the medical one?
Maybe.
I think he did that one.
Okay.
He's done. I can't remember all of them, but he's done a lot. You'll see his name on all kinds of shit. He produced the.
Go ahead.
Shakespeare. Midsummer.
I know it, but I'm gonna let you have it.
Midsummer. Midsummer Night's Dream.
Nailed it.
Thank you. He produced the film version of that, which Ally McBeal, Callista Flockhart, Michelle Pfeiffer, Stanley Tucci, all those people were in that movie.
Ooh, Stanley Tucci.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
And that was pretty good. I don't know if you ever saw it, but it was pretty good.
I've seen a few Midsummers. There's been a lot of renditions.
I saw a stage version in a high school in Georgia.
Yeah.
And it was seriously impressive. I could not believe how good it was. I was like, this is nuts. Like they had the sets and everything. I was blown away completely. I mean, I know obviously I haven't been to a whole lot of theater at that point, but I was like, well, this is impressive no matter what. Right. I couldn't believe that. That was amazing. But they ended up doing a lot of stuff too, because the school, I went to that school eventually, because I saw that when I was in middle school, but it was at the high school. Then the high school moved into a bigger facility, which is the largest high school in the United States, I believe. At the time, anyway.
Yeah.
And like the main hallway was 4.5 football fields long. It was very hard to get from one end to the other in between classes, so they had to expand the amount of time they gave you to get to classes and open a breezeway on the other side of the school.
What's a breezeway?
Kind of like another hallway, but just not indoors all the way.
Oh, like a veranda?
Kinda. It was long as fuck. Sweaty. All I remember is sweaty kids. Ugh. But anyway, huge school, but interesting. I mean, they had Olympic-sized pool. They had a stadium, not just like bleachers in front of a field. It was a stadium. It was fucking nuts. And they had a full-size theater. Like a theater. Like, it was fucking nuts. It was crazy.
Right on.
I mean, for a horrible, racist, disgusting, prejudiced school that I went to, but...
But they invested money in their arts department.
Well, they probably wanted the theater to do something else, and they were like, well, I guess the drama kids can go in there. But yeah, they did some pretty spectacular shows, from what I remember.
That's cool, though.
Yeah.
Good.
Nobody liked me, though. That's just true.
Well, what a fun fact.
It's fine, whatever.
Yeah. So, the ladies got together for their Thursday night Merlot.
Oh, is that where they
Conjured up
Jack Nicholson?
They described a man that they wanted, but at no point in time did they say a non-revolting personality, and so they're gonna meet Jack Nicholson.
I mean, the way that the man that they described that they wanted wasn't the greatest description.
No.
And then when he showed up, I was like, ew. I mean, nothing against Jack Nicholson. I'm sure
No,
he's a
but it was
perfectly nice
ew.
man, but it was kind of like, ew. Like, why? And then
Yeah.
he was a very gross man. Like, it's like, who would ever be attracted to you and want to sleep with you?
All three women.
And all three women do. But I think that was, I mean, it was on purpose.
Right.
But it was kind of like, ew.
Yeah, I was like, this guy?
Like, I would have thought somebody maybe slightly more attractive. Slightly. Not totally. Like, not like Alec
Someone
Baldwin.
with a bit more charisma.
Well, Alec Baldwin would have been too young, though, at that point.
In the 80s?
Well, he did Beetlejuice in, what, 88?
Okay.
So Alec Baldwin would have been too young, I think.
He would have been fine.
I mean, he would have been. I mean, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
If it had been like him, like in the 2000, like when he was doing 30 Rock, that would have been perfect.
Yes.
That would have been a perfect time to do Witches of Eastwick with
Alec Baldwin instead of Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. Like, they could digitally replace him, couldn't they?
They did it in 30 Rock.
There you go. Just insert Alec Baldwin in this movie. I think of that all the time, like people that they could replace digitally. Like, can we get Tom Cruise out of most of the movies that I want to see?
You don't like Tom Cruise?
I hate Tom Cruise.
I love Live, Die, Repeat, though. Wait, that's the new title. What's
What
the old
the
title?
hell are you talking about?
No, maybe that was the title. Wait.
Oh, the one by the guy that did Tron?
Maybe Emily Blunt's in it.
Maybe. Is it like really white?
Like, people?
No, like set design and...
No, it's really gray.
Oh, maybe gray.
It's like silver, like metal.
Yeah.
Like, it's war-based.
It's not, that's not the name of the movie. It's,
It was...
Shoot.
The Live, Die, Repeat was the tagline to the movie, and so they ended up changing the title, Edge of Tomorrow. They changed...
Is that the name of it?
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow was the original title. And they changed it to Live, Die, Repeat. And I think it's because of the posters. I think it's because of the posters. And the people were always... I worked at the theater at the time. They were asking for Live, Die, Repeat. I'd be like, oh, Edge of Tomorrow. And then, like, you know, I'd sell them a ticket.
Are you sure that's the name of it? He did two really close together that were similar. The other one started with an E.
Just like Edge?
No. Like, no. It was the Tron director.
Who's the Tron director?
And that's the only reason I watched it was because I wanted to see another movie that he did. That's not the one I'm thinking of.
Live, Die, Repeat.
No, that's
Edge of
not
Tomorrow.
it. It's,
Keep going.
maybe it starts with an A. Oh, God, what is it called?
What was it about?
I don't know, like Live, Die, and Repeating?
No.
Like it was.
That
I
was
swear.
my movie. That was Edge of Tomorrow. What is
No,
yours
he did
about?
two that were exactly the same, except one looked better. Because the Tron guy did
John,
it.
are you thinking of Jerry Maguire?
Ew! Fuck no.
I don't know what you're talking. Jack Reacher?
No.
I'm just saying. Are you talking about
Oblivion, that's it. Started with an O. I wasn't correct enough. It was Oblivion.
A veteran assigned to extract Earth's remaining resources begins to question what he knows about his mission and himself.
Yeah, because he was cloned.
He's not living and dying and repeating
Yeah,
it.
he is. It's like Eon Flux. Well, the movie, not the show. Which I did think, I mean, obviously Peter Chung had a problem with it, and technically I did too. But
Okay.
it was a very clever way to explain why she would die and come back to life all the time.
What, that she was a clone?
No, well,
she wasn't.
yes, I mean,
she
sort
wasn't alive to begin with.
of. No, she was. Everybody was. But did you see it on Flux?
No.
Oh, well then why are we even talking about it? I'll pick that as one of my movies and watch it then.
What? Oh, here's where we're introduced to Jack Nicholson
Yeah, he's snoring like a banshee.
in the back of a
Classical
music performance.
that
Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon is part of.
Yeah.
Because she's like, what, a cellist, right?
She is something.
Cher and Michelle Pfeiffer thinks it's hysterical.
It's rude. The whole.
Well, but I think they
yeah.
like the idea of him fucking up this ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
all these
Breaking
proper
the-
ass bitches, and they're like, this is hysterical.
Yeah, so he falls out of his chair from the applause, and he gets up and he makes a ridiculous applause, and it's why
I don't know.
I hate him.
It is a very weird thing, this movie, because I love this movie, but I really don't like Jack Nicholson in this movie.
And name a fantastic movie Jack Nicholson was in where he played a stable character. Go.
Helmet? Motorcycles? What was that movie?
Are you describing a movie?
I'm describing a movie because I can't think of the name
I was
of it.
like,
Easy Rider. He was an Easy Rider.
I never saw that one.
What have you seen?
I don't think I've seen anything.
You've seen nothing. But
I've seen Edge of Tomorrow.
apparently. Did you see Oblivion?
No.
Oh, isn't that interesting? You saw the less artistic one.
Edge of Tomorrow had my girl, Emily Blunt.
Well, I'll give you that. I do love her.
She's fantastic in everything she does.
She really is.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see her as Mary Poppins?
I did not.
Holy shit, girl. I mean, the movie was quite boring at times, but she was spectacular as Mary Poppins. She did such a good job.
I have no doubt in my mind.
Well, of course not. She's the only one. What was the one? Young Victoria. Did you see that one?
No.
Well, of course not. Oh, because it's beautiful. Oh my God, you need to see that movie.
I
It's so good.
saw Quiet Place. Devil Wears Prada. Those.
That's her husband too.
Yes.
The
John
Quiet Place.
Krasinski?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that hot? That's hot. That's a hot couple. Ooh, girl. Oh, poor Veronica Cartwright in this goddamn movie.
Yeah, she just slipped down the stairs on a bunch of pearls.
It was Michelle Pfeiffer's pearls, and it was because somebody
Ugh,
finally.
look at her bone.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Oof. And she's acting like she's embarrassed, first and foremost.
I think I broke my leg.
Yeah, and she's like covering herself with her dress.
Reaction, though, that's so good. It's so good. Veronica's fantastic.
It's an expensive fall. Ooh.
Ugh, gross. But yeah, what happened was nobody could think of his name, and
Oh, the
when
people who have met him?
everybody, yeah,
Yeah.
and they couldn't figure out why nobody could figure out the name, and then finally, when maybe Michelle remembered it or somebody said it,
Mm-hmm.
and Daryl Van Horn, I think is his name, right?
Yes.
And somebody said it, and that's when her
Like
necklace
horny,
broke.
horny little devil.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
Oh, that's not what they said.
Cher
Cher looks amazing, by the way.
I'm
Can we
pretty
talk about
sure
that?
she always looks amazing.
Actually, she still looks exactly the fucking same. Actually, I think her face is more smooth.
Smooth now? Yes.
Well, yeah, because it's probably not real.
Yes. Also, speaking of not real faces, when I was watching this movie, and I just could not stop staring at Michelle Pfeiffer's mouth because it's young Pfeiffer mouth, but it's still like her lips still like jet does that outward jet. You know what I'm talking about? Where it looks like she had her lips done.
Yeah.
And,
She didn't.
Right,
Yeah.
but like that's the look. That's the look. Like when I went to what was it, Halloween Horror Nights, and they had a scare zone of like botched surgeries, and there were just people with Pfeiffer lips.
Oh my!
All over, yeah, and every time I see like somebody with what it looks like they had their lips done, it just looks like Michelle Pfeiffer, just naturally.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so every time I look at her mouth, I'm like, that's real.
Maybe that's what everybody was going for.
They were going for the Pfeiffer?
The Pfeiffer. And Michelle's like, well, I'm good. I already got it.
Yes.
Don't step in the mud, Cher. Oh, God, ew.
She's fine. She's wearing boots.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well, now Cher is engaging with Jack Nicholson, the horny little devil. He's got, look at that little tent. It's got horns
I love
on
that little
top.
tent.
And he invited her over for lunch.
So
at
he
his
lives
mansion.
in this ridiculous mansion that's in this tiny little town.
And nobody could remember his name.
And it really doesn't make any sense at all that this massive monstrosity is
Like
part
there?
of this town. It doesn't make any sense, but... Well, you know, I was kind of
It's
wondering
about
if it
the
was supposed
size.
to...
The property's the size of the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering if it was supposed to emulate kind of like a Biltmore. Because Biltmore is like a massive... It's the largest residential home in America, for
Okay.
the record. And basically, they had to build a little village right outside the gates of the property because they need a place to...
shop?
to shop and shit, like for whatever. So there's a little village, and the village matches the architecture of like the gates and stuff. It's very cool. It's very neat.
That's all. That's like.
Oh, a
that's
church.
so
They want a
much.
church to go to, I guess. It's almost like Versailles, except not as clustered together.
Okay. I know that they like hunted around for a town to shoot in, for like the perfect town.
Mm-hmm.
It needed a white church.
That has definitely been used in something else we've watched recently.
Right?
I'm
like,
certain
well,
of it.
the opening
'Cause
reminds
what
me
was
of like
it?
Beetlejuice and Hocus Pocus.
I think it's Hocus Pocus. I
Yeah.
think that was the same place. I think.
It may have been.
Yeah, because I mean that church.
Yeah.
You recognize that church?
It's in
The
Massachusetts.
overhead, and they always film with an aerial photography
Yeah.
over it. It's like, gotta photograph the whole town. Because it's such a small little town.
Yeah, and they needed like a little like district, a little
Yeah.
business
Mhm.
district. Like those were the two credentials that they needed.
Yeah.
So,
And they trashed the damn town.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, because they have that whole scene where they're tar and feathering him.
Mm-hmm.
And people, for years after the movie was done, they kept finding feathers everywhere.
Oh no.
Because there were so many feathers.
There were a lot of feathers.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
So they'd find it all over the place. Just feathers everywhere. In the leaves.
Well, that must ring true, even if it were like that'd be a funny story to tell of like an old tale of when these witches like took out a devil, and
Yeah,
like
that's
and
true.
to this day you can still find a
Still
feather.
find the feathers. So, I will say again, or I'm going to bring it up. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I think my beer is getting to me really quick. So, for some reason. Jackie looks pretty old here. Like, I don't want to be rude, but...
Jack Nicholson looks the same, except as he gets older, just like most Hollywood men, his neck gets wider.
His neck, but it's like his forehead is weird at this point.
Shiny and smooth.
And look at that body. Like, dude. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. Obviously, I don't look 100%.
Right, but he did look like
Ew. And his pants
a
were all the
Christmas
way
doll.
up under his tits. Like, it was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you wearing, Jackie?
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Poo. Look at him humping the bed.
It's gross.
So gross.
He's so gross.
I love Cher, though. She's like, ew.
Yeah.
But then
And
she
she's-
still has sex with him, doesn't she?
Yeah, Yeah, it's like I don't. It's gross, but like whatever. And it's the guy that she asked for. It's not too big, not too small. It's just in the
that
middle.
was the other thing. Like, they wanted an average penis? Like, y'all are dumb.
They said as long as it works right.
Yeah.
And, like, I think he says something about himself being in the middle. Like, he's, like, boasting about it to her before they have sex.
Boasting about his penis?
Yeah, well, he's boasting about being in the middle of something, but he does it with kind of like a wink. Kind of to suggest that, like, hey, you wanted it in the middle. My penis is in the middle.
Jeez.
What, she's still insulting him?
Oh, tons of it. And you smell.
He looks like he would smell.
He does, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
I mean, this is only, 7 years after he filmed The Shining? But his face has aged quite a bit.
Maybe it's all those spooks.
No, I think
ghouls.
it's him not taking care of himself, I feel like it.
Well, yeah, that would definitely be it. How old
Smoking
is he?
cigars, being out in that LA sun, all that kind of bullshit.
How old is Jack Nicholson?
80? I'm kidding, I don't
Like,
know.
in this
I really
movie?
don't know. No, he wouldn't be that old. Oh my god, he's probably younger than me in this movie.
Oh, probably.
Do you think? Ooh,
He's probably 32 here.
Well, I would have to say, if he's 32 in this movie, then I look amazing for my age. Well, I kind of do anyway. Sorry, kids, I look good. I'm a well-preserved old man. Who knew? I even sound like a kid. Well, a young woman.
He's 82 years old.
What the fuck? Are you fucking with me right
He
now?
was born in 1937?
Was I seriously
He's
kind of
50
correct?
here?
Okay, well then. He looks his age. So wait a minute, that means he was my age when he filmed The Shining.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I still look good for my age. Just reassurance that I look good.
Yeah.
God, he's that old?
Yeah, he
I don't mean to
is.
sound like what, but like what? I don't want to be an ageist.
Well, you've already declared yourself to be one.
But I would, no, I'm not. But I would never have thought he was, I was joking about him being 80.
Yeah, no, he's 82 years old.
God dang it.
So here, what, he's 10 years older than Cher? Is that right? Is Cher in her 70s or her 60s?
No, Cher's in her 70s. I just figured that out the other day. Because I saw somebody that I follow on Instagram went to her show in overseas, I don't know, Italy or something. And good God, she was wearing a Bob Mackie. And I could not believe that was her butt. I was like, Cher, where did you get that? What shop did you pick that up in?
You know it was made for her.
Oh, of course, but good God.
Yeah, so Cher in this movie would be 41. And Michelle Pfeiffer is 31. And then we have who? Susan Sarandon?
Yeah.
Who is 40.
Now-
So Michelle Pfeiffer's the youngest.
We joke and such about this, I guess, but in all actuality, if a man was in a room and wanted to have sex with me, he wouldn't have had to work that hard at getting me naked in the bed. Because, I mean, I've had some unfortunate encounters that I was like, well, you're here. Like, I might as well.
Yeah.
And then later I was like, I really shouldn't have done that. And then always, most of the times those are the ones that keep bugging you later. I'm like,
Well, yeah, because you did it.
I threw you a bone.
Yeah.
Literally threw you a bone.
And then they're like, first bone I've had all week.
First bone I've had in a year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple of okay ones that keep bugging me, but I'm like, no, thank you.
Also, the guy who plays her husband, what's her name? Veronica Cartwright.
Mm-hmm.
She
looks so pretty there.
I saw him in a movie a long time ago, and it was the first movie I've seen him in, and it wasn't his best, but it's like every time I see him, I'm like, oh, it's the guy from Say It Isn't So.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
He was like in a wheelchair, and he didn't like. He spoke through like a voice box thing.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But I'm always like, oh.
All I could think is like Veronica Cartwright in this movie plays this part so good, but it always makes me think like, you know how like people go nutso because they have bone fragments in their bloodstream?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what happened to her. I'm not even kidding. Like, for some reason, that's the first thing that pops into my head is like, oh, she's got bone fragments in her bloodstream. Like,
somebody called the nurse.
Like, I don't know why I'm very specific about what is wrong with her, but her bone did pop out of her fucking leg.
Yeah.
And it was disgusting.
It was pretty gross.
So I'm pretty sure there's shards in her bloodstream.
But also, she knows that there's a devil in town.
Oh my God, that's what they say! Never mind. I didn't make it up. That's actually what the nurse or the doctor tells them. That's hysterical.
That there's bone fragments in her bloodstream.
Well, that's where I learned that. Because Veronica Cartwright's nuts in this movie. Oh my God, that's so hysterical. But that's how ingrained this movie is in my head. But I'm like, oh, did you know that? It's one of my fun facts that no clue where it came from. Now I do.
Well, look at that, John.
What?
No, just look at that. Look at how movies educate you throughout your careers. Yeah.
I don't even realize it.
I can't pull it. Sally Field was in that movie, Say It Isn't So.
I'm sorry.
And Orlando Jones.
I don't know what movie you're talking about.
I know. It had Heather Graham and Chris Klein. It wasn't like a huge...
What's a poster? What is it? Give me a poster.
My network is moving very slowly. Otherwise, I would have shown you one right now. It's buffering. It's the one thing I hate more than anything. This is the poster here.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you remember it from working at Movie Stop?
Yeah, I don't know if I actually saw it, though.
No, it wasn't like a masterpiece.
Well, I mean, I've seen non-masterpieces.
But I'm pretty sure it played on Comedy Central a bunch. And so I, in turn, watched it a bunch. So, are you watching the movie, John?
Well, yeah. Veronica's so engaging. What can I say?
What else was she in other than Alien?
This.
Okay, go ahead.
No, actually, you know, one of her first roles was in The Children's Hour with Audrey Hepburn and Shirley MacLaine.
What's that?
Is
that a charity thing, The Children's Hour? No, I know Audrey Hepburn did a bunch of charity. John, you can be mad at me all you want, but give me information.
It was one of the first... Well, I don't know if it was the first, but it was a pretty risque thing to do that basically it was about a woman who liked women, and that was wrong.
It was wrong in the movie?
It was wrong in society.
Oh, okay.
Shirley MacLaine was in love with Audrey Hepburn's character.
Okay.
And Veronica Cartwright was a child in this movie. And she discovered I can't remember. I think maybe the stage play was probably more graphic than the movie was, because that happens a lot.
Right.
Especially gay characters. They usually cut them out or change them completely.
Well, yeah, like we're not trying to put that out to
like
the masses.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Breakfast at Tiffany's, the main character, the dude. It's like her friend or whatever. He was a gay man in the book and turned out to be her love interest in the movie.
Well, she had to have one, John.
No, she didn't.
What's a woman without a man?
Yeah, well, fuck that. So, but anyway, Veronica Cartwright was the girl that basically overheard or saw something.
She outed them?
And she outed Shirley MacLaine. And Shirley MacLaine hung herself.
Ooh.
It's a sad movie. So Veronica Hart was a little bitch that told on her.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You know what they say? Snitches get stitches.
Yeah. But yeah, that was
She'll get hers.
little Veronica Cartwright. She's been in other things too, but I mean,
Cool.
I just can't think of anything else.
Well, speaking of Alien, there was something that I read. Oh my goodness, what's his name? John Peters? Is he the guy who did Wild Wild West?
I'm sorry. John Peters?
He's the
No, it
producer of
was-
this movie.
John Peters didn't sound right.
For this film?
For who did Wild Wild West?
Yeah, who is that guy?
It was
Because this story reminded me of that
nuts.
dude. Yeah, there was like a story that Kevin Smith tells.
yeah, the Kevin Smith star. That's where I was going with it, with the
Yeah.
spider. The spider ended up in Wild Wild West.
Yeah. Well, for this film, this story reminded me of like that dude. I was like, is it the same guy? He apparently saw Alien and like was super inspired and loved it and wanted them to put aliens in the movie, even though it has nothing to do with aliens, Witches of Eastwick. And
Into this.
yes. Yes.
That guy's nuts. What is that guy's name? He's nuts. Oh, no, I almost had it. Shoot.
No, John Peters did it with this movie, and so apparently...
So his name was John Peters?
the producer of this film.
Well, who the hell did the Wild Wild West?
Maybe just all producers are crazy.
Well, he was... Oh, I almost had it again. Richard Donner?
That doesn't sound wrong.
I think it might be Richard Donner.
Oh, no! He did do Wild Wild West!
What, the producer?
Yes!
Oh, the Eyes of Veronica Vision Quest? Holy shit! Look at his list.
Yeah. Superman Returns.
Batman.
Star is Born. But yeah, he did do Wild Wild West.
Oh, my fellow
Like-
Americans. I love that movie.
Yeah, when I read that, I was like, that sounds like the Wild Wild West dude. That, yeah, he saw Alien, loved it, wanted them to put an alien into the movie. Even hired a dude and dressed him as an alien. He said it didn't matter where, just put them in. Just put them where
Why?
they need. He wanted to like write it into the script, and so he like hired a dude to dress as an alien. He put him on set, and apparently, from what I've read, I couldn't find many sources, but they all said the exact same thing. So it sounded like one source copied all the others. In any case, Jack Nicholson and the director left the set until John Peters stopped. They were like, we're not doing this anymore.
God, that's nutso. That's nuts.
Right. And I was like, I don't believe it unless it's the Wild Wild West guy. And it is.
Of course it is.
What movie was Kevin Smith working on?
I think it was Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, it had to have been a DC movie. And he was like, it would be great, a giant killer spider. And he's like, no, I don't want to make that movie.
Because he was like, what's the scariest thing? It's a spider.
Yes.
Wild Wild West. Oh, so good. And that was a little ridiculous.
Yes.
The whole Wild Wild
All
West
of it was
thing
ridiculous.
stupid. Oh my god.
He sounds like a child. Like who
he's-
just has
he
a lot
needs
of
some
money
medication.
and produces movies, but he's like, you know
Can
what's
you believe
cool?
that? Can you believe that?
Race cars. Let's put a race car in here because race cars are cool and fast. And people are like, stop.
This dude makes money in these serious situations.
Yeah.
What about me? Like, I'm not that nuts.
Maybe you need to be, John.
Maybe I need to be. Maybe I should
you need
start
to be,
suggesting
and people
aliens be in everything
people will
everywhere. and
doubt
spiders.
themselves, and then they're like, all right, well.
I just have to have
I'll just
like
give
that
this guy
Doctor
money.
Strangelove hairdo and some weird glasses, and people will
Ooh,
totally
yeah,
take
and
me
go
seriously.
from a wheelchair to standing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Mein Führer, I can fart. That's from Doctor Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb by Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, there you go. I've seen that one.
sorry, you have?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
own it on Blu-ray. It's the little box one with the pages.
You do?
I do.
I'm
So
feeling
you know what,
very
John?
Weird.
You can go fuck yourself.
Whoa! Whoa! I have tried. It doesn't work.
Oh.
You know, some people can do that.
Yeah, there's a whole subreddit dedicated to it. Not that you know how Reddit works, but there's a section dedicated to. I think it's called. I didn't click the link. I have Karina click all weird links for me. But it's called Self Fuck, and she was like, "It's exactly what it sounds." I was like, "Thanks, dog."
Yeah, seriously, there's dudes that can bend their dicks to fit in their butthole.
Yeah, but
And
then
I think it's fascinating.
But then where is the? Then it what? Just sits in there?
They push it back and forth. I've seen videos of it.
Oh, okay.
It's, you know, good for them. I can't do that. Because I mean, you'd have to break my penis to do that. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, some people don't get... It's weird. I don't know how to explain this.
You were doing hand motions for me, but like bend, they don't bend downward.
Mine doesn't bend.
Right.
Like, when it's ready to go, it's like a block of ice. You're not going to get that thing to...
Block of ice?
Well, I can't think of something else. Like,
Block of wood?
block of wood. There you
It's
go.
a synonym for penis.
I don't know why black and white. I like cold things. But some men don't. Blood doesn't fill it all the way, so it's hard, but it's still
Floppy.
bendable. So they can bend
Put
it
it in their
backwards and
butt.
put it in their butt. Good for them. I've encountered men like this, and it's weird. I'm like, it's big, but what's going on?
But why is it in your butt?
Well, no, they didn't do that. They usually put it in me, and I'm like, oh my. Well, that's nice. That's very friendly of you. But I would totally watch somebody do that. Absolutely. If they wanted to.
I mean,
That's her thing.
just go ahead, yeah. I'm like, we're having a great night. Everything is going pretty smoothly. I think we have a great connection. Do you mind just sitting there and watching me put my penis into my own butt? And just push it around for a little bit.
And I'd be like, yo, I'm watching that 100%. Take a drink, guys. He has the most amazing penis. It bends the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly what we're talking about.
Look at Cher with her pigtails.
Yeah, and her overalls. Oh, and Susan Sarandon. Now that she's had...
so Susan Sarandon has boinked him too now.
Yes, and they had...
And she's becoming a she-devil.
Right, she's suddenly loose.
Oh, she's
now,
loose.
and all it does is perpetuate that little stereotype where, like, an uptight woman just needs a dick.
Mm-hmm.
But...
This is a very misogynistic movie. Like, it's unfortunate because it is three powerful women on screen, but then you're like, but you're also, like, what do you call that? Dick whipped?
Well, they also... Yeah, they're dick whipped.
He's just so vulgar.
He's gross.
But I do love the scene where he seduces her and she's playing her cello. And it just starts, I mean, it's like she goes from very proper with her braid and her glasses, and then, like, it just all kind of, like, comes apart, and she's, like, ravenous by the end of it, and, like, the strings are smoking because she's playing so fast, and...
Yes.
Oh, my God, I love it.
Also, I do dig Susan Sarandon with, like, big curly hair, like Cher hair.
Oh, my God, I love it.
Like, I love it.
I never understood why she didn't do more of that. I love the big hair on her.
I also wish Michelle Pfeiffer donned huge hair in this movie, and that they were all three big-haired bitches.
I'm gonna say no.
No?
No.
I like Michelle Pfeiffer's big hair.
You never saw Married to the Mob.
You can't just assume I haven't seen movies.
Have you?
No!
Well, there you go. She had that in that movie.
Watched
She
Eight
looked
Heads
terrible.
in a Duffel Bag.
You did?
Yes.
Is she in that?
No.
Oh.
I think it was Joe Pesci.
Where did you see her with big hair?
Hairspray.
That's very different. But that would have been good. Yeah, that hair would have been fine.
Yeah.
I got you there. Okay, fine. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Because they
Does
all
she have,
do
like,
have the big hair except for her.
Yeah. Did she have a beehive in Married to the Mob?
No, she had like a big, like a, what do you call that? I don't know. Like
Madonna in Desperately Seeking Susan.
No.
In the poster.
No,
So I
no,
haven't seen that movie.
Nope. It was more like Barbara Streisand in her Superwoman phase. Like maybe, I'm trying to think of A Star is Born. Well, no, it wasn't quite like that. It wasn't as tight. I don't know how to explain it. She looked like
I'm just gonna look up pictures.
woman. Yeah, look it up. Because
Just gonna look at pictures.
she looked
Don't
like she was
worry.
married to the mob. She looked like the typical housewife of a mobster. You know what I'm talking about, like with the
I picture it,
nails,
like, tight, yes.
the big nails,
Leopard
and the
print
ridiculous
leggings.
outfits, and yeah, leggings. Yes, there you go.
Oh, this looks more like it looks like Grease too.
Let me see some.
Or
Where is she? Who was that? Was that Joan Cusack? Oh, you know what? I had a completely different image in my head of what her hair looked like.
Oh.
So what the hell am I thinking of? Like she had like a ribbon in it, like this, like a ribbon. And...
Are you thinking of Grease?
Maybe. No, because did she have big hair in Grease?
She had to have.
No, what's her name did, but I don't think she did. She had like a cutesy little haircut.
Ooh, wait, I found a photo and I just lost it, but I loved it. This one?
That's closer to what I was thinking.
I love that hair.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, that would have worked too. But it's not as blonde though. She had darker hair in that.
Yeah. Aw. No, she didn't have big hair in Grease too. You were right.
Yeah, she had like what?
Flat. It was just flat.
Just like a 50s girl kind of thing.
I suppose, but like, whatever. Whatever, John.
What? Sorry.
No. I'm just mad about being wrong.
Look at these
That's
old
all.
special effects.
With the tennis ball?
Yeah.
What a fun little tennis match.
It's kind of fun.
Pfeiffer knows that Jack Nicholson has slept with both of her friends.
And Cher
And
got
he's-
mad at first, but then she kind of...
Well, now, like, and then he's deliberately making the other two jealous so that he could sleep with Pfeiffer.
Michelle, yeah.
And he just spends this whole day giving her all possible attention. It does look uncomfortable for Cher to play tennis in the overalls, though.
Yeah.
Everyone else is
You know, I
wearing
can't
loose
play
clothing.
tennis. Oh, I can't do any sports.
Could you play tennis if the ball was this slow?
Maybe. But any sport, I'm just like, what the fuck, man? What is the point of this?
Hand-eye coordination?
Yeah, fuck that.
That's what we do instead of murder. Right?
What?
Sports are just
You want
war
me
without
to
the blood.
stop
Murdering people? Yeah. And, and take up a sport instead. John.
That's what I mean. Like, you want me to do sports instead of... Well, I mean, I'm not murdering anybody either.
That we
For the
know of.
listeners out there.
Yeah, on the record.
Well, I'm too lazy. I gotta do that anyway. Oh, she's talking about her fertility.
Oh, how pregnant she
Like,
is. How
I will
fertile she
get-
is. I love that her drink has a swan floaty for it.
Yeah. That's a thing.
And but it's a ridiculous thing. Instead, you have wraps with cup holders in them now. Like inner tubes with the cup holders built in instead of having
Oh, I think it's cute to have a separate one.
It is cute, John, but it's also easy to lose.
You could drift off.
Yeah, who wants to be in the
beverage.
river without their bev?
That's why...
Not me.
It should have like a little string attached to her main one. That way it can't go too far.
Yeah.
Look at his fucking swim cap. Why does he have a swim cap on anyway?
It's not even on all the way.
It's so stupid.
His hair's wet underneath
He's
it.
such an asshole.
He's very gross. He's a very gross guy. Ugh.
Everything is solid, and the truth is the world just isn't like that.
So, when there's not a lot of special effects in this movie for being a
It's one of those where it's obviously there is some,
yes,
but it's one of those where, because that was a big deal, I would say, back in this time frame, like maybe from early 80s on until a certain point where special effects got so good that they could have them throughout.
Yeah.
But it was typical to have all your special effects for like the climax of the movie,
right.
which is what they do here.
Yes, their original ending, because they had multiple endings, but they didn't really test well. But with the original ending, it had less special effects, or fewer, depending. But like I think most of it was like at a pool, and Jack Nicholson was to walk on water.
I feel like
But that takes less work, so you could just put like a little thing underneath and just
Yeah.
like, cut out any weird
I
bits.
feel like I've seen something about that before.
About him walking on water?
Yeah.
Is that just a claim Jack Nicholson made about himself? Or
No, I mean like images of him doing it, like. But it might not. Maybe it's from something else. Who knows? I'm sure he's probably tried to walk on water in something else.
Ooh.
Because he's Jackie.
Yeah, and he's had a long career.
Do you know who did walk on water?
Who? Is it
Peter
Prince?
Sellers. No, Peter Sellers.
That's familiar. Who's that?
Who's Peter Sellers?
Yeah.
We were just talking about Dr. Strangelove.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wow.
My bad.
Wow.
John, don't. You know what? You know what?
What?
You know what?
What?
I like that they did the tar and feather thing and that the town keeps finding feathers still.
Yeah, I love that. Ew, look at that. That's disgusting.
What, all the balloons?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did just learn that fun fact about you.
Fucking disgusting.
And her children are there. Do they live there now?
No.
Are they just all hanging out?
What?
It's just exactly what I wanted. All of them have big hair.
Oh, there you go.
I was trying to find an image of Jack Nicholson walking
Wait a
on
minute.
water.
Is that a thing that happens?
What do you
Now
mean?
that I'm thinking about it,
Does Pfeiffer get big hair after having sex with him?
yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Maybe I just forgot it because she's the last to bone down.
It does seem curlier.
It's getting looser as the night goes. Did they have sex in the pool already?
Well, I guess. They made out and went underwater or whatever, like a movie.
Yeah, it's impractical.
Do you know what movie this song was also in that we've watched before?
Moonstruck.
No!
What movie?
It was The Mirror Has Two Faces.
Oh,
It was at the end.
right on. How many movies has Cher starred in?
Oh, she's been in a lot of movies.
How many has she been the main character?
A lot. Seriously, she's been in a lot of films. Like, way more than... This is why, because you brought up the fact that this is our third Cher movie.
Yeah.
Compared to the
That's
other
what I was
divas.
thinking of.
And, I mean, Barbara has been in quite a few, obviously, as well. But, I don't know, I guess they all probably have about equal. My trifecta.
Okay.
Babs, Madge, and Cher.
Madge?
Madonna.
Oh.
But yeah. But Cher's, well, Cher and Barbara, I think, are featured more in the films that they're in. Like, Madonna had a lot of smaller parts in movies,
Okay.
where she wasn't, like, the main character.
Okay.
But then again, she has been in somewhere she was,
Right.
obviously. But I feel like she had a lot more, because I own all of her movies, so I know for a fact she has a lot where she's just in it for like a bit.
Swept away.
No,
Something.
that was the main character. Me and Jason had an argument about that the other night.
About the movie Swept Away?
Yes.
Why?
He blames Madonna for it being bad, and I was like, people need to stop fucking doing that, because it was not her fault, and she was fine in that movie. She did not do anything wrong. acting-wise in that movie. She was fine.
I always
It was Guy Ritchie trying to direct a movie that he shouldn't have been doing.
I crawl in
Like, that is not the kind of movie Guy should have been directing.
He's directed other successful things, hasn't he?
Yes, but not a weird romantic comedy kind of thing.
What was the last Guy Ritchie movie? It's mostly bro movies, right?
Aladdin. Fuck that shit.
What about one before that?
What was it? Well, Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Or Robert Downey Jr. ones.
Yeah, I think Gavin Free, dude from Slow Mo Guys, and he's on Rooster Teeth a bunch and like Achievement Hunter. Pretty sure he did the slow mo for those movies, or at least the
slow-mo?
first.
What are you talking about?
The slow motion captures, like you have to have a special like team to do that. Not everyone knows how to like do slow
excuse
motion
me.
properly. You don't just record it and like slow it down.
Oh,
You have to have, like,
it's that
a
that's
proper-
it's funny that you're bringing that up because in Aladdin, Guy Ritchie tried to do some of his Guy Ritchie things. I didn't see the whole movie, kids, so
Yeah.
I can't tell you if he did anything later. But he tried to do like during the song that Aladdin sings, "One step ahead of the do."
Oh. One jump ahead of the I steal
Only what
things
I can't afford.
That's everything.
And that's the other thing. Like, don't fuck up the lyrics, people. If you're gonna do this, if you're gonna carbon copy your movie, just copy it. Like, don't change my lyrics. If I want to sing along because I know the song, I want to sing along. I don't want you to throw things in there like, what? Wait a minute, that's not what he says. What? What? Because they did that for that, and they did it with The Lion King too. I haven't seen it, but I've heard the soundtrack and I was pissed. I was like, fuck you.
Well, John, those movies aren't for us.
No.
Those are for the new generation.
I think you've
to
mentioned
love
that.
the stuff that.
Watch the
we
originals.
had.
That's my reaction.
Yeah.
They're still around. Like, it's not like they're gone. Like, pick up the fucking movie and fucking watch it, you fucking little bitches. Re-release that in the theater.
Yeah, they could restore it, and they did.
Yeah.
They did re-release it. They did what they did though is they re-released it in 3D.
Which one?
It was all around the same time when Disney was doing.
They did The Lion King.
They did Lion King. They did
Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid. But I don't know if Little Mermaid actually made it to theaters, but they did put it out on Blu-ray in 3D. Might have been a limited thing.
I don't think they did Aladdin.
They did not, and I was pissed because they kind of stopped, and that was the one that I was like, oh, that would have been fun, because that would have been fantastic in 3D.
It could have been cool, but like they were also doing it with the Star Wars movies. I'm pretty sure Disney didn't start it with the Star Wars movies because they didn't own it.
No.
They started,
George started with that.
But he was
And
the one
did
who
episode
started
one.
all
He
that
started with
dumb,
episode
funny business.
1.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, of all the ones to start with, I know you want to start with episode 1, but nobody wants to see episode 1 again.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the theater. You want us to pay more money to see your goddamn movie in 3D?
That we didn't want to see in the first place.
And that was the other thing. Like, apparently, people that did see it said that it wasn't very good in 3D. Like, he didn't do a very good job doing it. Which is funny because he was very particular about doing it.
And he just kept going with more 3D movies.
No, he didn't.
He did after episode 1. They did like 3 of. They did the
No,
first
they did
3.
not.
They
I
had
swear
to
to God,
have.
they did not.
Oh.
He stopped at the first one because it did so badly. He
Yes.
did not finish them.
Do you think Disney may have? Because I sold tickets to that shit. Oh.
I don't remember that at all.
Wars 3D re-releases.
My beer is so warm.
From all your hatred.
I'm not hating too much, am I? Oh,
No.
but anyway, so Guy Ritchie tried to do some of his stupid little fiddly techniques with cinema during that. It looked so stupid. It was like, this is Aladdin, Guy Ritchie. This is not Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Okay, this isn't Snatch. Okay, we get that you're good at what you do when you're doing it good. But when you're doing it bad, don't do it. Just don't do it, sir. You know what else is good that he did? I mean, obviously, I do like a lot of Guy Ritchie movies. I'm not going to lie. I love them. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Snatch was fantastic. Rock and Roller was good. I think he did one called Revolver, maybe? I mean, they're all kind of the same movie. But they work. You know what I mean? It's fun to watch. But he did do the short film Star with Madonna. And it was a short film for the, what is it, BMWs, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that when they had the film series The Hire? I like that have prestigious filmmakers come in and make like short films using the car.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, it was like a thing. I have them. Well, I have the first round of them. Because Ang Lee did one.
Okay.
His was really good. And then, and it was a precursor to him doing Hulk. Because he was, I guess, signed on to do Hulk at that point. Or maybe he wanted to do Hulk and he was in the mix. And then, anyway, so that basically was how, I think that might have been how he got the job, or that was part, like it was, there was a Hulk reference in his short. And it was pretty cute. And then he did Hulk and nobody liked it.
Well, yeah. Well, it was Sad Hulk.
His new movie, well, I liked it, to be honest. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't love it. It was okay. You know what I mean? Like, it was a fine movie. There was nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But, and I mean, I kind of understand what they were saying about their complaints, but at the same time, I didn't. Because fuck you. And like I said, I've said this before, I think the editing was amazing in that movie. It looked like a comic book. And I thought that was fantastic. I love her in this scene.
Who's Susan
she's having
Sarandon?
the probiotics in those pickles. That's good for you, Susan Sarandon.
Are the probiotics just in vinegar?
It's from pickling vegetables. You get a lot of probiotics.
So just any vegetable?
Yeah.
And just throwing it up in vinegar and it's...
Yeah.
Cool.
Seriously. I'm serious. I'm not lying.
I know. I believe you.
Are you buying
Slut.
Why? What? That's rude.
Do you know, it is kind
I
of
like that she
incredible.
won't make eye contact. She just like looks away. After calling Susan Sarandon a slut. What's incredible? Tell me.
Just the slut shame in this. I mean, I know that in the time period, and quite honestly, I feel like in a town this small, it would still happen in 2019.
It's still problematic behaviors, women.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that to each other.
Right.
Fuck y'all. Those are a whole bunch of ladies in that goddamn shop. And that looked like a cute market. I want to go
Yes.
there. But not with those ladies at it.
Yeah, and don't trash talk her for sleeping with a person.
You know what that town needs?
Maybe about her cutting in line. Maybe bring that up.
Yes. Well, that for sure. But I would say this town needs some gays.
How can you do this to me? I work very hard and I'm
Go
a
ahead.
provider. You know
I think it would liven it up a bit. Put bitches in their places. Like, if a gay man had been in that shop at that moment with Susan Sarandon there and they said that to her, he would have stepped right the fuck up and said something back.
Yeah, he just would have been like, excuse you,
With
Becky,
his
ain't
sassy
nobody
little
saying
shoes
anything
and
about
his
the nails
swaying
you
head.
got did by Nancy 3 weeks
Girl,
ago.
you look at your cuticles? Bitch! Talk to me about slut.
That's pretty fair.
Seriously. Or
Yeah.
some drag queens. Either way. Both. Like Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. Julie Newmar.
Yeah,
Same
those
thing.
guys.
Yeah. Bring them into the mix.
Sure.
Have them break down in the middle there.
Just sassy men.
In general, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
What is?
The gay man. They should be in this village.
Well, they're not a small town village. In game, it's a fishbowl when the gay men need to be in an ocean.
Well, yeah, but at the same time... Well, first of all, you can't tell me that in the history of this town there hasn't been at least one gay person come out of there. There has to be.
Well, yeah, but they're leaving.
Well, true.
They're just like
Or they're trapped
Christina
in that horrible
Aguilera
place,
and
closeted.
Burlesque.
Oh, God. Well...
Moving all the way to L.A.
Oh, jeez. Why did... they always gravitate towards, like, New York or L.A. Well, stay where you are and make these bitches step the fuck up. Like, don't gravitate towards some places already...
Where the opportunities are, where her people are, where she feels safe. Let her feel safe.
Ugh, fine. Whatever.
Like, you wouldn't want to continue in Georgia, wherever you lived, where you didn't like it.
I'm also a pushover, so I probably would have just stayed if I didn't have to leave.
All right, well, next
I
time,
mean, look
John.
at me now. I'm an adult man, and I'm still sitting here in Tampa. I don't like Tampa. I can't stand it. Of all the places to end up. Like, thanks.
Well, you live in the most hipster part of Tampa. And I think it suits
I
you
live
plenty.
in the... No, I did. Now I don't. Now I live in the fucking snotty-ass portion of Tampa.
Oh, it's a snotty hipster.
They're not
They're
even
like
hipsters.
rich hipsters.
They're like over-the-hill bitches that would like to be hipsters, but they don't know how.
Oh.
Sad-ass cunts.
Ooh.
Way too much money. They can't drive for shit.
Yeah, it is a
They
huge
can't
problem
park
for
either.
you.
Children are looking.
God, they're awful.
Well, in Florida, we don't have to
And
take...
big-ass houses with sprinklers that go on while it's raining. How about them apples?
Do you think those sprinklers have like a water detection
Probably
system?
not, because they're too rich to care. God, can you imagine? I think of that all the time when I walk in, weird hours of the morning and people got lights on everywhere in these houses. I'm like, how much is your electric bill? No, for real, how much is your water bill when you got these sprinklers on every time I'm out here in the morning and I have to go out in the street because your sprinklers are flying at me on the sidewalk?
Their sprinklers are on in the morning?
Oh, yeah.
And then the sun comes out and what? It bakes the grass or whatever? That
Probably.
You're supposed to do your sprinkling at night.
Yeah. Oh, is that true? I don't know that.
I mean, I don't know.
I really don't know.
My
anything.
sprinkler system's here. Hit up in the evening.
Cherries are gross.
Cherries come up a lot in this movie.
Well, it's a big gross scene.
That scene, they used an animatronic doll, I believe.
Did they really?
I wrote it down.
For Veronica?
Yeah. Yeah, they used, oh no.
So basically, Jack and the girls are eating cherries, and Veronica Cartwright is reaping the,
He's trying to get inside.
what do you call it? I don't know what you call that.
He's trying to use me.
It's
Well,
she's
she's
spitting
gone
out the
nuts.
pits. Right,
She's
but
gone nuts.
she knows that there's a devil in town.
Yeah.
And she's been trying to tell people, and they're just like bone fragments.
Oh, yeah, the bone fragments in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
But now she's like,
Just like a man.
Ooh.
she's so good at this.
Right now, Veronica Cartwright is rubbing her genitalia and speaking like crazy talk.
like crazy talk.
Yeah. And she's like growling and such.
So basically what's going to happen is she's going to start throwing up all of the cherry pits and stems.
Mm-hmm.
From
And
what
Jack
they're
Nicholson
eating.
has like a huge bowl of
Massive
cherries.
bowl of
Yeah.
cherries. Yeah.
So
Oh, life is just a bowl of cherries. Let's call the whole thing off. I'm sorry, that was lyrics of the song.
I know.
Okay. Anyway, so Clyde, her husband, he's getting kind of tired of this shit.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
unfortunately, it's so gross. Now, see, that would be like a little thing in her
From her,
hands. Yeah.
from her wrist.
Yeah.
So they
Like Spider-Man.
like yeah. So she had
Poor women.
problems with the scene, so they made an animatronic puppet to spit out the cherries and to violently like throb against the ground. And when they tested it, people thought it was too realistic and too disgusting,
You will
and
increase this number.
they cut all the puppet scenes out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, look at her. She's all like sweaty and she's got madness behind her
it really,
eyes.
she's so good at this because you really feel it.
Yeah.
Like, you want to start sweating because, like when you're
Like, I wanna
vomiting
throw up
from,
with-
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little
That was
Ghostbuster-y kind of.
Yeah. Effect and gargle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically what happened is, let's call it a day. He should have said, let's call the whole thing off. So he unfortunately had a fire poker in his hands because he was stoking the fire. And he murders Veronica Cartwright.
Because he can't take
He
the
can't
nonsense
take it
anymore.
anymore.
But it's not nonsense. She's spitting out things that he doesn't understand and cherry pits. But, like, those cherry pits are real and they are everywhere.
Yeah.
Call the doctor.
Well, for sure. And then he just... Well, I think he kind of lost it, too, obviously.
Yeah, it's like
Murdered her.
he looked like he's just finishing like whatever it was he was reading.
Yeah, he just picks his book back up. I mean, after a weird hesitation, obviously, but
Yeah.
like I don't know how to deal with this. Let me resume my book.
And no, the police are there.
I like their house.
It's a big house.
I'd live there.
It's too many rooms. It's too big.
I need them. I got all kinds of
There's
shit.
the white church.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
Look at Cher's
She still
waist.
doesn't have big hair. Can't wait for the big hair.
Seriously.
Yeah. Well, Cher likes to accent her waist.
Apparently.
It's like a thing that she does in general, isn't it?
I don't know.
Also, do they know that
Do this.
Daryl did that?
Well, I think they're aware that they're responsible.
Why are they responsible? I don't understand. I must have missed that part.
Sweet, let's just talk. Those are just words.
Because of what they were talking about.
What were they talking about?
I don't remember.
Yes, we do.
What-
Why?
Because they can, like, you know, make things happen when they all have the same thought.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But I think he was also coaxing them to
imagine it.
imagine the correct thing to have something happen. Because he wanted to get rid of Veronica.
Right, because Veronica
Because
knew.
Veronica knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where they all get mad.
Oh, and the ground breaks.
And the ground.
Where? Well, they all run in their separate directions.
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't talk to Jack anymore.
Which is not going to be very... It's problematic.
For him.
Well, for them. Eventually. 'Cause-
Well, because he starts to torture them?
yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Anybody call?
But it's also... he's got milk and cookies.
He's in a lot of movies.
He is.
That guy. He also played Lurch in Addams Family.
I was going to say that. He had just as many lines, too.
Yeah, he didn't say much.
Yeah. Doesn't say much in this movie. Doesn't say much in that TV show.
What
Or
TV
movies.
show?
Addams Family was a TV show. It was also
Yeah, I don't
movie.
think, he wasn't in the TV show.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, look it up.
John?
Pretty sure he's not that old.
There wasn't a
Hi.
re-release or a new TV show with it?
No.
Yeah, remember me?
Nope.
How you doing?
Nope.
Alright, fine.
What do you want?
Fine.
Nothing.
I think he was
Just,
also...
called to
He was
see
in
how you
something
are.
recently.
Lurch?
Yeah, the guy the actor.
Well, I'm fine.
What?
Just,
I don't know.
This guy.
Like Gerald's Game, maybe?
how
What's
you
that?
were, you know?
Jeez Louise, have you watched... What have you watched? I know you've seen films.
Yeah, do you think our audience has?
See me.
No, they haven't.
In case you know you were really
Nobody's seen anything and I'm alone.
Thought I'd call
What?
first, that way
What?
you could still
There's an
see
Addams
me
Family
at the
movie that comes out.
same time.
And there was a countdown timer.
Yeah, it's a stupid CGI
Feel superior.
bullshit
Feel
thing.
terrible.
No gives a shit.
Well,
Two.
buddy,
It was supposed to have been the stop motion one by Tim Burton, and that got fucked up, and now it's some stupid digital crap that I could care less about.
Tim Burton still directed it.
No, he didn't.
It says it right here.
No, it's not.
He did not. You are lying to me
I am
hardcore.
lying to you.
I would be aware if he did, and he definitely would not have
You're
done
aware of everything Tim Burton
a
does.
Pixar type Addams Family.
It doesn't look like Pixar. It looks like DreamWorks.
I can't talk to you, alright?
For the record, the bodies and heads are too round and too shiny to be Pixar.
Yeah, well, Pixar should have done it because it would have looked better.
Well,
It looks
they're going to be
pretty
paying
crappy
Pixar to do
me.
it. They may as well just be paying Tim Burton to do it.
Exactly.
Because it would take just as long.
Did you know originally Tim Burton was going to have stop motion aliens for Mars Attacks?
Why did he?
Because it would have taken too long and more money. Because CGI was...
If he did the stop motion aliens, he would have had to do stop motion Sarah Jessica Parker head on a dog.
Yeah, I don't know how he would have done that.
Right? Otherwise, that would have stuck out like a sore thumb.
Still kind of does.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, it's like, why didn't you, commit fully?
But, yeah. I don't know.
Happy whatever day. These are my favorite fruits.
What fruit is it?
I don't know. Passion fruit?
I don't know. He gets gross with them later.
Using my nuts off.
Like, slicing it open and squeezing it?
He uses them as voodoo doll type things against the ladies.
Yes.
To the kids,
Yeah.
maybe.
No, you have to go away.
I feel like I just scratched my nose.
See you, I can't talk to you.
I hope I'm not
Sorry,
bleeding.
Bill, but I can't.
You are.
Oh my gosh! I'm Veronica Cartwright in this movie.
She...
What? You just look so serious all of a sudden. What?
I was going to say...
Was that so...
It would have been better.
Wow.
Sorry, were you in Aliens?
Was I an alien? What are you
Veronica Cartwright.
talking
You were
about?
just praising Veronica Cartwright so friggin' much about being an alien and being a fantastic actress.
And?
And I'm saying you're not Cartwright level yet.
Well, no, of course not.
And then you were offended when I said it.
Well, but I didn't understand what you were saying. I
So
was very confused.
Your default is offended.
My default is offended. That sounds about right for me. Whose house is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be... That can't be a...
Susan Sarandon's?
Is it Susan's?
Yeah, he's leaving
Oh,
music
it's Susan's.
notes.
Okay. Because I was like...
He's leaving...
Because Cher has like a studio. in
Right.
hers.
And Susan Sarandon's small house. She got a music page with the letter D on it.
Mrs. Spock, what's wrong?
There's nothing wrong with you. You're pregnant.
Oh, so now
John.
Sarandon is pregnant. What?
I was gonna say stop watching the movie.
What were you doing?
I was looking up Lurch
Uh-huh. And what did you
as
find out?
requested. He's in a lot of Addams Family stuff.
Need a doctor? We could recommend
Not the original show.
Well, you weren't talking, so I stopped looking.
Oh, I
so I
see.
could make
I see.
conversation. Otherwise, we're gonna have like a ton of dead air.
Oh, please. These kids are used to it.
Don't you dare disrespect the kids like that.
I'm not disrespecting
footsies.
children. Oh, God. He looks horrifying.
Well, he
So
he
Jackie's
can't
just
live
fucking
without
nuts. He's
praise.
like a... He's just gross.
Well, yeah,
I kind of like his jacket, though.
he looks like a nutcracker.
Him? Lurch? Or...
No, Jack.
Oh, Jack.
Daryl Van Horn.
Yeah, I was thinking he looked, I don't know. Conductor, maybe?
Like a
Circus?
Okay, like a ringleader
Yeah, there you go.
or a whatever Hugh Jackman is. Is that a ringleader?
What now?
Hugh Jackman in
Oh, that horrible... You know what's wrong about that movie? I'm just
Oh.
going to say it right now.
Go ahead.
So yeah, now he's doing... Oh, look at that time lapse. He's basically making all their fears come true.
Yes.
So Susan Sarandon just aged like 100 years.
Yes.
And he barely knew she was in the house.
Why did he give her a D on her music?
That's his Daryl Van Horn. D.
Oh. I thought he was grading her because she was a teacher.
You
And I was
D.
like, yeah, like, your score's not up to par.
She realizes pretty quick, though, that it's just an illusion. Like, he's making her think that.
Right.
So now she's going to go and find the other girls because he's going to do something similar to them, and she has to make sure they know it's not real.
Yeah. Oh, I hate this.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Him with his little tongue moving around for the snake to come into
God,
Cher's
it's
bed.
just so gross. It's so gross.
He's not a lovely dude.
No. And he's all sweaty and gross.
Yeah, he's like, look at me. Look at me.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you can't handle.
And by the way, Cher had to have snakes all up in her biz. Fuck that. Ah! See, I would have done the same thing. Can you imagine?
Ooh, I just wouldn't want to step on them.
Oh, God, that was intense. I felt for her. It's like very empathetic.
Yeah. I
Now,
mean, if that's the worst of it, it's over now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's gonna get worse for poor Michelle.
Right. No, Michelle Pfeiffer has the worst issue where
Well, and I also think
he's just causing
that
her
might
grave
have
pain.
to do with her specifically.
What?
You know what I mean? Like, what an asshole. I feel like with her, it's harder for her to realize that it's not real.
Maybe.
You know, more so than the other girls.
Well, she's
And that's why it lasts so
also
long.
enduring like a lot of pain, just in general. Like she already not feeling well when he got there?
Yeah.
Like she was feeling, oh,
God, it's so awful.
yeah. He's just so gross.
There's blood everywhere. It's horrifying. And there's a nice little Joker right there.
Well,
Little foreshadowing, maybe.
for her 1992 movie, 5 years later.
No, for his.
Oh, that's
Played
funny.
The Joker.
I was thinking how she was Catwoman.
Oh, yeah, but she wasn't in the same one with the
No, she wasn't.
Jackie Boy. Jackie Boy.
When was his? What year was his?
89.
Okay.
So maybe he was already cast.
Or maybe it was a coincidence.
Could be. It's probably a coincidence.
No, John. No, I think you're on to something.
Maybe.
Look at all those kids. White-haired children.
Oh, it's so sad. Poor Michelle.
When did she have the time to go be flaunting about at Jack Nicholson's house if her husband is gone and she has 6 kids?
Yeah, where is her husband? Did they mention that?
They mentioned that he left her
Oh.
and left her without a plan or help or anything. So she just
She was very good at being sick in beds. She has done that quite a bit.
yeah. It's kind of her thing.
Yeah.
Huh? And this is where they all find out that they're all pregnant. And
Aww.
oh,
It's so sad.
yeah. And her lips are all
Such a
swollen from
Fucking asshole.
weird stuff.
And she didn't have to get injections.
No.
Yeah. It's very natural.
Yeah.
I wonder where they filmed the interiors of this house. Because it's quite impressive. It's probably like a library or something.
Oh, maybe.
Because, they always do that kind of shit. Unless you're filming at Biltmore, which is an actual house. But I think for the most part, when they have mansions and shit,
Mhm.
it's just like a public library or something. Like
They
in
just clear out
The
the-
Punisher with John Travolta, his mansion was the Tampa Museum of Art.
I didn't know
The
that.
original Tampa Museum, not the new one.
I knew that they filmed.
Yeah, it was
Tampa.
like his pad.
Hmm.
Actually, I guess it wasn't a mansion. It was like a pad, like a cool looking place with furniture in it. Well, because the old museum was actually, the new one is bigger, but it's such a weird thing, the Tampa Museum of Art. Because the old one was. Did you ever go to the old one?
I don't know which one is the new one and which one's the old one.
Well, the old one's gone.
Oh, perfect.
Well, it's completely gone.
Right, but I don't know which I've been to. I think I've only been once.
Is it the one that's there now?
I've only been once, John, and if it's the one that's there now, then I went to that one, then yes, but if it wasn't that one, then no. I couldn't tell you because I haven't been
What does
recently.
it look like? On the outside.
It's been a long time, my dude.
Okay.
Let's just say no. How's that? This will make this conversation.
Well, it's the old one was kind of the same as the new one a little bit, but the new one is bigger,
Okay.
sort of, but it still doesn't seem to have a whole lot of gallery space for art. I think that's weird. Like if you're gonna make a whole new building for, especially your artifact collection, we have a lot of one of the largest collections of, I think, Greek artifacts.
Okay.
And it's beautiful, but it's also like, before it was in a horrible little basement kind of area, and it felt like it was not, probably not the best conditions for a collection like that. And they made a bigger museum or whatever, but it still feels like there's not enough room. It's really weird, but it's huge. Like there's just a whole bunch of space that has nothing to do with art. It's just like, oh, here's a gigantic lobby with a staircase. Well, what was the point of that?
When was the new one built?
Recently. Well, I don't know, 2000 something. I don't know.
Perfect.
I'd have to look it up. Well, because my art was in there in 99.
Okay.
For sure. When did the Punisher get made?
I can't say.
That
Yeah, I
stuff
don't
you
know.
did for us, it was great, but you can't.
This fucking guy.
Look at his little samurai ponytail.
He has that like the whole movie, and it's terrible.
It's pretty bad. Who came up with this stuff? You know what I mean? Like, whoever thought, hey, let's go ahead and film this with his ugly ponytail?
2004.
Was Punisher?
Mm-hmm.
The one with John Travolta?
There's two Punishers.
Yeah, I think so.
One is 2004, and the other is 2008.
Oh, so I guess it would be the 2004. I'm sorry. Okay, I was just asking.
Oh, were you? Were you just asking?
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate me today.
Oh.
I'm gonna go home. Goodbye. It looks like my art is blowing a big bubble.
Yes.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun. The audience can't see that at all.
No, they can't.
Maybe I should take a picture of it
You absolutely can.
for the Instas.
Yeah, John's artwork hoists up my fitness ball, but it looks like it's blowing a bubble because his art is a terracotta pot.
It's like, yeah, sort of.
It's a face
It's hard to explain.
that
I'll take a picture.
you would put a plant inside of and
Well,
would grow out.
technically not.
Is that not what you built it for?
No.
Is it for a waterfall?
It was for a water. It's hard to explain. It was supposed to be 3 or 4 tiers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom is an actual jug, which we still have. It's at my house.
Yes.
And because I'm not giving that one away, because I love that one.
I've seen it.
But because it actually has a bottom, but the other heads, and I think there's 3, so it would have been 4 tiers, I think, total. Well, 5 because of the top, which I never did. but it was supposed to be, they're all kind of the same but different sizes. They're all faces and with open mouths and vertically, so that the water from the thing at the top, which was going to be ginger, so the ginger root, which has actual, the root of the plant was supposed to be the point of the whole thing. Because like, the roots are what you use in a ginger plant, right?
Sure.
Well, I mean, I guess right wasn't the right inflection. Right. I'm correct. But, so anyway, so the whole point of it was to collect the water. It would go down through all of them and collect in the big jug at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know, it was art, whatever. But I never did it. I just made the things and then I stopped. I didn't feel like building the whole shelf thing.
Mm-hmm. And then I took one of them.
Yes, and now Ashley has one.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them's on our porch, and it has vines growing out of the mouth because Jason put it like on the edge of the porch.
Mm-hmm.
So vines are coming up through the mouth, and it looks kind of cool. I like that. It's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, I wanted to put green lights coming out of it to make it look like it's throwing up. But I didn't know if that would be disrespectful.
Oh, no, you can do whatever. I don't care.
Perfect.
You can do whatever you want with it.
Stringed lights. Ooh, or the little floppy ones that you buy at like theme parks. You know what I'm talking about?
Floppy lights?
Yeah,
That
they're
can
like...
fuck themselves?
I think they're too short, but if they were long enough, they could.
That was a little joke from earlier.
No, it was a callback. I got it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Big hair.
Oh, there we go. There's
There
the
she
big
is.
hair.
Now she's empowered, and she didn't need a man's penis to do it.
So now they sent him out to get what, ice cream?
Something.
I think they asked for ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, and then this is where John Williams dubs over.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
So they're basically going to make a, for the lack of a better term, they're going to make a voodoo doll
Out of
wax.
did they research it at all? Were they just like, we've seen these on TV?
Yeah, they have a book. Michelle's got the book.
Oh, okay.
A double boiler, very good, very logical.
Yes.
Ew, some of his gross underwear. Which, can you imagine Jack Nicholson in a jock strap?
I love that dog.
God, ew, gross. So they're burning a bunch of his shit to get the ashes to put in the wax, and his hair, of course. They have some of his hair.
Yes.
His disgusting hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, there's the ashes. And Cher, she's an artist, thank goodness. She's gonna,
Finally, her powers.
Yeah. Apparently, ice cream's hard to find in this town. I mean, if this was 2019, you just go down and get some Ben & Jerry's from anywhere.
Yeah, there's also like several.
And they got the penis. I love the fact that there's a penis on it.
Well, that was
a hard dick.
Specifically what they had requested.
What,
they
a hard
just-
dick?
A medium-sized penis. They like.
Well, no, but I love the
requested
fact that they
other things,
sculpted a little
Yeah.
hard dick on the
I
sculpture.
think it's relevant.
Yeah,
Because,
I guess,
because it was
because he's a
relevant
horny
when they
little
were
bitch.
wishing for him.
Here, I'm gonna go see if I can't get some. You go shopping.
What
So,
a butt.
look at that dick. I love it so much.
Somebody you could talk to.
Oh, so now
Oh,
they're
the-
kind of reversing, like they're recalling what they said to conjure him,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can
Get rid of him.
invoke it into this wax doodad.
Yeah.
And now they're going to start voodooing the shit out of it.
Well, yeah.
Ow! He does good with this part, I will say.
Well, yeah. Jack Nicholson is good at instability.
Yeah. Ouch! All I think is broken glass. Shards of glass in my arm.
Yeah, he punched through the ice cream glass and
God.
shoved his fist into the ice cream, which had to have been under temperature because it was super soft.
Well, he's also the devil.
Sure.
Maybe he's super hot.
Oh, that
Like,
dog.
temperature-wise.
That would make sense if anybody mentioned it while they were boning him, or if the water
My
boiled
goodness,
when
your
he was
dick
in
is
it.
very hot and my pussy is very, very burnt right now.
Or just like, oh, you run a little warm.
Here comes the, I just said pussy. I can't.
Yeah,
So
it
gross.
was weird.
A vagina. Here we go. Here's all the feathers.
Oh. No, those feathers are up in that town. How many times do you think they recorded that scene? Also, they didn't have a plan to pick them up.
Oh, well, I
Seems
think
a
they
little
did
rude.
as best they could, but look at that. Can you
Yeah.
imagine how shitty that would be? Like, they must have given this town a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's probably a lot of tourism after this, too, for the town. I'd go there.
Yeah. I'd
For
go
sure.
there too. It looks like a nice, cute little town.
It does, actually. Look at that. And all the papers.
Yeah, and they had to do feathers like in every area. It wasn't just
God.
one shot.
Yeah, it wasn't just one little part
Piece,
of the
yeah.
town. It was like
It's all of the
there
town.
are feathers every fucking where. And here comes more.
Yeah, inside the
And
church.
what are the pamphlets? What is the papers?
You got
It has a cross on it.
When you go to church, there are pamphlets and
No, but they were all over earlier too. They were out there with the feathers. The same pamphlet over and
Oh,
over.
maybe they were calling to a higher power.
God, look at his disgusting jacket. Oh, it's so disgusting.
Well-
It just looks like there's poop all over him.
He's
It's so gross.
been tumbling in the streets. What do you want from him?
And is he allowed to go in a church? Is that a thing?
I can't pretend like I know the rules of a demon.
Well, but is he the devil or is he just a demon?
I thought he
Oh
was a
God!
devil.
Now they're doing the
Oh.
cherries. They're basically doing all the shit to him that he did to Veronica Cartwright. Oh God!
It's gonna get real gross. Well,
Oh,
ooh,
God. Oh, it's so
ugh,
gross.
It's not.
Wow, it's a great movie we chose here. Oh God! Oh fucking A! It's so revolting.
I love how shocked he is. Everyone else is so
That's for your
grossed out.
sexual harassment, you piece of shit. In fact, Jack, turn around and get more on that guy. God.
Well, it never sounded like any of the men in the neighborhood or in the town were very
They're all shitty.
kind. Yeah, that was like their complaint. That's why they summoned.
And racist. Where's the black people?
Oh,
I just noticed that. This is
it's a
all
really
white
neighborhood.
people.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like it.
No.
I mean, I want to go
Let's
there.
get out of
visit,
here.
But maybe buy some
Ugh.
other. Oh God. Ew. He's just vomiting on everybody.
On the children, like a woman and her children.
Ew, look at the.
It's like right on their feet,
God,
and it's like
so
hanging
gross.
from his
Hanging
mouth.
from his mouth. Ugh.
It's not.
So maybe it's a good thing if our audience hasn't watched this yet. Maybe they will avoid it because they're like, this sounds disgusting. I guess, well, this might be one of the graphic ones we've done so far. We haven't done a whole lot of grody
Well, yeah, I
movies,
guess.
right?
I guess Texas Chainsaw wasn't graphic.
No, not at all.
A mirror. No, not a mirror.
Mirror has two faces. Oh, yeah, that was graphic as fuck when
Barbara
she was
Streisand eating snowballs.
eating the snowballs and cutting
I
up her
meant-
salad. Oh, dressing on the side.
Eyes without a face.
Oh, well, yeah.
You didn't like the surgery scene.
Well, I still don't, but
I'm totally fine with that surgery scene.
actually, I guess that is a little better than this. It's more contained.
Yeah.
It's not like flying everywhere all over
it's not
people.
like.
Oh God, shut up, Jack.
Why is he giving
Shut
a
your
speech to
face.
the-
Well, you know, that's the other thing. It's like, it's so long-winded.
He's so yeah.
This movie could have been way shorter.
Absolutely. What is this? Like 2 hours?
I think so.
It's too much.
Oh my. That's getting close to the end, though. So it's not 2 hours, I don't think, right?
Yeah.
Close
It's
to
2
it.
hours. It's 2 hours.
Oh, you guys, you're sticking with us here.
Yeah. Thank you for your commitment.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for continuing to listen.
Alright, that's it.
Even through our silent spots. Look at that cappuccino machine.
I guess we just wait.
Those are ridiculously expensive, and it's like, why?
Yeah, but I want to know. I would love to know how it works,
It
because
just looks like that's a broiler.
is that what that is?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh God, he's just so gross now. And look, his gross feet. He's got like hairy claw feet now.
Covered in feathers and pamphlets.
He's kind of roofing or wolfing.
Yeah.
Oh, and Michelle Pfeiffer and him were in Wolf together. I didn't think about that.
Huh.
All those fucking. I love he comes out of the store with a bunch of shit.
Why? And he went to the town to get ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And when they didn't have ice cream, he was like, "All right, I'll take your bread and beef." And then he sends Lurch with the hardware store, and he comes back out with
The general
rakes.
store.
He comes out with rakes and like an umbrella and such.
Like garden shit.
Yeah, and it's like, what are you doing with that stuff?
So basically now the wax, he's driving ridiculously. Oh my God, why was that guy riding his bicycle on the wrong side of the road in the weird... Whatever.
There
It's
was
just
clearly
freaking
a
weird.
lane for him.
But what they're doing here is he's driving erratically, and now he's being controlled because the wax thing is being thrown around in the kitchen when they're trying to clean up all their shit.
Yeah, but who's controlling the car? Why is the car steering wheel still turning, and why is the gas still throttled?
Accelerated, yeah. Maybe it got stuck. Yeah, I don't know.
No, the wheel was turning.
Maybe he can control
Maybe it was him.
Because
But
he's
why
a
wouldn't he
demon
make it
or whatever.
turn off?
Devil demon.
Yeah, and I never thought that he could do stuff other than
Well,
be
of course
like
he
really
can.
charming.
You know what I was thinking too?
Because he like
is I
has
think
them do it.
He has them do everything.
Yeah.
And he kind of like helps with their whatever.
Yeah. And he like talks about how they're human and isn't that so
Well, no, he can do things though
incredible?
because remember he caused all their pain and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He's just gross.
He's just a sick bastard.
He's just a gross
Oh, look, it's the
dude.
kind of chair that Jason really wants. 2 of them.
Ah! And the footstool.
Yeah.
I see those online all the time.
Oh, if you ever see one for a good price, please let us know.
Okay.
Because he wants one really bad.
Does it have to be authentic? Like, does it have to be from the 60s? Because those are mid-century.
Yeah, I would think he would want an
Okay.
original, not like a
Yeah, absolutely.
fakey.
Absolutely.
I like how they're trying to act cool like they didn't do anything. Look at his disgusting foot. Oh, it's just massively gross.
It is, but his other hand is not great either.
Yeah, just one of them, yeah. I wonder if he was only supposed to use the one hand and he just used both on accident or because he's an actor.
Well,
Look at her eating a banana!
he's like slowly transforming.
He's like just repulsive at this point. He's what you would imagine Jack Nicholson is like in real life. I'm kidding. It is hard to imagine Jack Nicholson differently,
Not
though.
one of his characters.
Not one of his characters, because he always plays an over-the-top kind of... Do you know what I mean? Like, he's never really straight... Like, well, I guess One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was kind of normal, quote unquote.
That's the most normal role I've ever seen him in.
Well, Easy Rider.
I haven't seen
Yeah, you
Easy
haven't seen
Rider.
that.
Yeah.
But he was pretty... He wasn't in it a whole lot.
An Easy Rider?
Yeah,
Oh.
he didn't have a big part.
But she can levitate.
Oh, they got that from Mary Poppins. I love to laugh.
I guess in the books, only...
There's books?
Yeah, this is based on a book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the book was written like 3 years before the movie was set to be made.
Oh, wow.
But in the book, only one of them could levitate. And in the movie, all of them levitate, but only one of them levitates twice. And that's the one that could
Well,
levitate
the other
both.
ones could have been doing it
For her?
with him, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
combined power kind of blah.
Yeah.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
So they're again using the wax copy of him to throw around and shit. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
His little penis is intact, though.
Yeah, really, if they want to get to him, they need to break that penis. Because that's
Break the
something
dick
he
off.
has real value in.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Rip the dick off. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
you made it.
I
Just
would've-
take it away.
I would have done it real quick. It's the first thing I would have done. Rip the dick off. So basically what happened now is it broke into pieces, and they thought it might have done something, but now it's like he's going fucking nuts.
Well, they broke his human form.
Oh, yeah. And now
Ugh.
he is... Lots of special effects here.
Yes.
Lots of it.
Now there's a fire starting, and there's a giant beast outside.
There's like a
With a
crazy
Jack
ass
Nicholson
Jack
face.
Nicholson head beast, which is pretty good special effect for.
Yeah, he looks like a troll. He looks like
Yeah, it's
he
pretty
belongs
gross.
in a Lord of the Rings movie.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now the special effect coming up is a little much. It's not quite as good.
I have no idea what you mean.
You'll see. You'll see what I mean.
There's that picture of them with all big hair.
Oh yeah. Except the one you saw was reversed.
It was. Probably so it wouldn't get taken off the internet.
Oh, look at you with your technicalities.
Thank
This
you.
part right here. It's just, it's a little much.
It's
Like with the,
it's a little worm.
it's
or
like he's,
plant thing.
well, what do you call it? Because it's like his face is composited onto a thing. It just didn't look quite as good.
What is that demon? Is that like a particular type of demon?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know.
Is that why it was like a weird plant thing? Because that was real specific. You know?
Maybe he was a root demon? He did have a lot. He could always control them with fruits.
Fruits.
So maybe, yeah, maybe he's some kind of earth type demon.
Maybe.
Earthy demon?
That's gotta be
Ten-
that's gotta be a thing. That was too specific.
Root demon?
What type of demon is
She's
Jack Nicholson?
And you gotta love their three little cute kids with their hair colors all that.
Oh, and they kept Lurch.
That poor guy, he has a name. He's actually on a podcast that I listened to once, and
Do you know his name?
now I can't remember. But I'm not good at names, you know that.
I knew his name for a moment.
Henry?
No,
I'm
it's
making
like
that up.
Clive.
That sounds about right.
Clive Anderson. He hosted Whose
there
Line Is It
you
Anyway?
Go.
No, that's a different person. I was
Oh. I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, he did?
Daryl Van Horn. Oh, here's a picture of it.
Of what, the demon?
Yeah, like what? It doesn't say
That must be
what.
from the Blu-ray, because that's pretty good.
Yeah, it had to have been on Blu-ray.
You know, I've told you I own the Blu-ray for this before, which is a double feature with Practical Magic. And
And I see why.
I never watched either one on Blu-ray. I ended up selling it for money. I'm really mad about it. I'm mad about a lot of things. The world in general.
It's a tribute piece.
Oh.
Jack Nicholson.
That's
We can-
pretty fun.
We can post these so that the
Yeah.
audience
Send me
knows.
the little picky pics and I'll put them on the link.
I'll send you the picky pics of Jackie's dicky
Ding dong.
dicks.
I don't want to see Jack's actual ding dong. Do I? Has he ever has he ever been naked in a movie? I never thought of that. Has he?
I don't know.
Was he naked in that one with Kathy Bates where she was naked in a hot tub?
Probably not. I mean, if you're talking statistically.
No, I'm saying they were in a movie together, and I know she was famous that she had a nude scene in it. Because she's, like, not so current, but current Kathy Bates. So it's like scandalous. I was like, oh, Kathy Bates. But she's not a young, frivolous lady with her tits up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It did get horror-esque.
Yeah, it kind of did, yeah. A little bit.
You're right.
Horror-ish.
Yeah.
Not
spooky.
slut-shaming it, of course. But
No.
that's not what we do here. So what are your thoughts? How do you feel about it? What do you think?
I think it's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always liked it. I like the ladies.
The ladies were great.
Yeah.
I hated Jack Nicholson. But, like, his character I'm supposed to hate.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to like it.
Right.
So he did a good job with that.
Yeah.
But he really was repulsive.
He
Like
was.
even in the seduction parts, it's like, yeah, see, it's not working for me. But then again, like I said, I'd probably still do it anyway.
Yeah, it was just the way he went about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I like it. I think it still holds up pretty good as a film, right?
Yeah, this was the first time I've seen it.
The special effects were pretty decent for the time.
I agree.
87.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah. I highly recommend it to the people, except for the vomiting parts. That's pretty gross. But what would your suggestions be?
I would say if you liked this movie, like, it reminded me so much of Practical Magic.
I wanted to ask you about that. Why?
Because
to me, it does not seem like it at all.
Well, because it's these women who are, like, Sandra Bullock summons a dude, like, she makes a wish of a particular guy she wants to meet. Nicole Kidman meets a dude, but he's a demon, you know, and so...
Was he a demon?
Her boyfriend, Nicole Kidman, wasn't he?
Well, because the whole deal with them is that when they sleep with people, they die.
Yeah.
Like, so... But Nicole knew that and would sleep with people anyway.
Yeah, her boyfriend...
Sandra Bullock was not so much in favor of that because she hated the idea that somebody would die.
Right.
Nicole was just dropping them left and right because she wanted to have sex. But
they murdered him.
Well, he was going to die anyway.
No, they murdered him, and then they brought him back to life, and he was just demonic, or whatever.
Well, yeah, but I felt like that was because they brought him back. I didn't think he was... Well, he was an evil asshole in real life.
Right. It's like a careful what you wish for
Yeah, I guess so.
situation.
Yeah, but why did they bring him back to life? And he was going to die anyway because she slept with him.
Is that what happens?
Yeah. That was like their thing.
Like, but then
That's
why
they
would
didn't
Sandy...
have a dad. I'm serious.
Why would Sandy want,
Because she fell in love with him.
She wished for him. She made a wish for him. She like wrote down a bunch of stuff, made a wish. Like, it was like a spell for her, like, the perfect man. And he would have one eye green and one eye blue.
I don't think she realized that it would actually happen, though. I think she just threw that out there and was like, well, if this man ever shows up, then I'll do this.
She seemed pretty serious in that spell. She was, like, over, like, a pot and stuff.
Was she really?
Yeah.
I have to watch it again because I don't remember that.
This guy. Or
I do know that the guy that she conjures, or whatever you say, I think he's super sexy.
I knew it.
he was in Desperately Seeking Susan.
Oh, okay, right on.
He's like he's the main guy, and
Who's
he's
Seeking Susan?
super sexy. Oh God, and he's got some pretty almost nudie nudes in that one. You see a lot of his body, and I'm not saying no to any of it. But yeah, he's pretty hot. He's a hot dude.
Right on.
What is his name? Aiden, maybe, or something.
Aiden was the guy we saw yesterday.
No, I'm serious. I think his name might be Aiden. Aiden Shaw? Maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. Who knows?
Could
I don't
be.
know.
Yeah, also John and I went to a horror movie festival.
Oh, yeah. It was really
A
good.
bunch of short movies. And there was a
With some
fellow,
hot
one of the
dudes?
actors was also there, and his character was named Aiden.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And John also found him attractive.
I did. I would have let him take his pants off. That
Yeah,
would've been
what was the
fun.
name of the short he was in? We All Die Alone.
We All Die Alone.
I really liked that one.
That was good.
Yeah.
If you're out there and look it up. See if you can find it.
We All Die Alone. 2018, 2019, whatever.
20, something like that.
Yeah.
18 or 19.
Yeah, it was
Very good.
Yes.
A bunch of them were good.
A bunch were. I even liked the werewolf, the Bitten.
The bitten one, that was
Yeah.
cute. That was cute. And full naked dude.
Yeah, and
No naked women. None at all. In all the short films we saw, there was not one tit or vagina.
Yep, but there was penis.
There was dick, which is always preferred.
Yeah,
for me.
fantastic.
And I feel like for everybody, more dicks, less
Yeah.
tits.
Yeah.
Come on. Ladies have been disrobing forever. It's
Yeah.
time for the men to shed their clothes.
Amen.
Just rip them jocks off and have a good ass time. Literally.
Did you say docks like they're dockers?
Jocks.
Oh.
Jock straps. Which
I
is
was like,
hot in itself. In fact, wear jock straps too. That's
yeah,
pretty
unless you're
sexy
Jack
too.
Nicholson, in which case it's gross.
And yeah, that would be gross, and it would probably be yellowed and stained and nasty.
Yeah.
Oh God, that sounds gross. You know, that's like a thing though. Some people like those and they buy them off the internet. Like people wear them. I should do that.
Do that.
God, I should. I
I
never
bet you
thought
could
of
sell
that.
your beard too.
I bet I could sell my undergarments stained with sperms and stuff.
Yeah, ooh, or like skid marks.
Oh God, really?
Probably.
Is that a thing?
Probably.
Oh, jeez. I don't know about that. I'll do sperm. I'm not sure about skid marks. I mean, maybe butt sweat. Because my butt crack sweats a lot. It's probably sweaty right now.
Yeah, you just have to send them a letter of authenticity and show pictures of you wearing it.
Oh, this is raunchy.
Isn't
Ooh.
that would you not? Or you can't
I
just
guess
send
you
out
would,
underwear.
Yeah. I guess you would have to.
You could have had it in your armpits all day.
That's true. Well, the sperm would indicate otherwise.
Oh yeah, you are being sperm specific, but I do know that people will buy just women's underwear that are just worn.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And
Well,
people will put a time period, worn for 12 straight hours, and it's whoa.
Is 12 hours a long time?
I
I feel like
what
that's
I'm thinking.
typical of
All right,
putting
fine.
on some underwear.
Fine, 48 hours, 48 straight hours,
God, that'd be gross.
or they'll be went hiking, or something.
Oh, I could wear them on my walks. Oh, I could do this.
Do it.
I could totally do this. I really should because I need money.
Yeah.
It's a good way to make some money.
Yeah, just
and I
be
don't
sure
care. Who
to
cares?
charge double what you paid for those underpants, at least.
Well, that's
You're gonna have
true.
to start getting fancy underpants.
Yeah, that's probably true too.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer. It doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter.
Right. But
I mean, I
somebody
don't
else is
like
buying
ugly
your underwear
underwear.
now, John.
Well, no, I'm saying, but I me personally because I love underwear. I think underwear is sexy, especially, and you guys are all gonna be judging me left and right. But I think men in white, Fruit of the Loom underwear, is the sexiest thing in the world. It is so hot. That's why when all these movies, when they're tromping around their whitey tighties, I'm I'm perfectly good with this. This is nice. I think it's hot. Now, it depends. If they're gross, ugly or whatever, no. Or the old Y friends, not so much. In Rocky Horror. Not those. That's not what I'm talking about.
Those are just.
Those are old school.
But those are ill-fitting too. They're saggy.
Well, I think that was how they were made at some point. It's that's not sexy. I mean, obviously they're supposed to be functional and not necessarily sexy, but no, kids, no, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about sexy. Which I guess is in the eye of the beholder. Somebody could think those other ones are sexy, but that's the thing. I'll wear whatever and sell it.
Do it.
I should.
You better.
I could. And I don't mind taking pictures of me in underwear. I do that all the time anyway.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah. A lot of people have.
Yeah. So what would you recommend, John?
Oh, me. Oh, I forgot.
I Married an Axe Murderer?
Oh, I love that movie. Do you know what? I've heard of this movie. What is it? Rose Manor or Rose?
Rose Red?
Maybe.
The Stephen King TV show?
It's like a Stephen King show.
I have
or
that.
Something. You do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have it here?
Yes.
Oh, I might borrow that. Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Because I just read a thing about it, an article, and I was like, that sounds fun. It's like a haunted house kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that.
I'm pretty sure. Yes. It's spooky.
Yeah. And same girl. Sarah Married an Axe Murderer. That's why I
Oh, okay. Right on.
What is her name? I completely blanked.
I don't know. What's your movie?
My movie. I'm sorry. I've lost it. You know what? I'm going to go with the obvious. The Shining. With Jack Nicholson.
Okay. If you liked this, you should watch The Shining?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
That's obviously a far superior film, The Shining. For obvious reasons, because Stanley Kubrick directed it.
Yes, you do have a thing for...
A thing? I have a thing?
Yeah, a
I
throbbing
have a
thing.
Deep
For him.
Throbbing appreciation for... God, that sounds awful. I don't want... Actually, Stanley was an attractive man. but I would not... I would never break up his marriage. I want to word that carefully because
that's cute.
If he were a gay man, I would have definitely had sex with him. Nancy Travis.
That is her name.
Yeah, that's it. She also had a television show I watched, and it was pretty good. Can't remember what it was called, though. Maybe that wasn't her.
Last Man Standing?
Who cares? I don't know.
She was also in 3 Men and a Baby. And Becker.
Really?
Oh, are you thinking of Becker?
No, I never saw that.
Oh.
I might be thinking of a different person.
You're probably thinking of a different person.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I feel like Nancy Travis was in something that I've watched a lot. I don't know.
I
don't know.
The Ranch?
No.
On Netflix?
No. Jason watches that. I don't watch that.
I bet. Grey's Anatomy?
She was on that?
Allison Baker.
Oh, good for her. Get that paycheck, girl. Long running TV show, you always want to jump on that shit. Get that money. That's like the girl, the main girl in Grey's Anatomy, like the one that the show is based around. She was on RuPaul's podcast recently, and she was talking about it, and she, they were like, "Well, you're still on it after all these years," and she's like, yeah, that's a steady paycheck. Why would I not?" like that is smart. Like it is, seriously, I would.
Yeah, she was in Rose Red. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Okay, I got it for you.
So, yeah, that's it, kids. It's
Alrighty.
a long episode.
Yeah.
If you made it to the end, congratulations. You won a prize. It's called... You heard the whole thing.
Yeah.
And our suggestions.
Yeah,
And our banter.
and maybe we'll say her name.
Yeah, maybe. If you tell us what it is.
Yeah. Be sure to write banana at the end of it so we know.
Banana. Yeah, it's a fruit.
Cher's banana.
Cher's banana. Aw, Cher's banana.
Alrighty.
So...
Tune back next week for another horror film. Like, subscribe, and review.
We are on the Instagrams.
onefootpodcast@gmail.com.
There you go. And, that's
Bye-bye.
it. Oh. Biscuits and gravy and bananas.